so good. It can just bring a smile on your face. I know that sounds so fucking fat, but just the shit that I just went through. Let me just kick it with y'all for a minute. I rarely do this, but I need someone to vent to. Because the people around me is really trying to give me a charge. Let me tell you, I hate, if anything, a person to think that you don't know diddly fucking squat when it comes to children because you don't have one. Like, that doesn't make any sense, because that's a fact. It would 9 out of 10. A lot of teachers don't have children. A lot of pediatricians don't have children. A lot of daycare providers don't have children, and some of them know how to take care of children. Then the motherfucker that hit them in between their heart and their stomach for 9 months. But the situation is, my friend is pig-headed anyway. She is hard-headed. She's just, I know it all, and I just couldn't be around her for a long period of time. But for some reason, we just been friends since middle school. Some people, you just learn to just deal. If you're gonna keep them in your life, you just, learn to just keep blinders on when it comes to some of their flaws. But anyway, she has an older son, and he's bad as fucking. He's just real bad, in fact, and he irritates the hair on the back of my fucking neck. Like, really, he keeps my stomach in knots like the smell of seafood. Like, and I just don't understand, like, why he really, well, why sometimes he gets to me. Maybe it's because that she lets a lot of things, she overlooks a lot of things that he do, and just say, well, I know my son is bad, but it doesn't, but it's not being controlled. And then the father is like one of the fathers that put on the mean face and whatever, gets him in order. But when he's around the mother, he just all fall out. And it's like a couple of times he keeps doing things to my niece. And like today, he hit my niece in the head with the door or whatever. He swung it open and she was behind it, and it hit her in the face. And I was like, why did, you hit her in the head with the door or whatever? And he was like, that's what she get. Now mind you, this is a little 3-year-old, and this is a little fat ass 7-year-old. And it's real small out of the mouth or whatever. And I'm like, for a minute I had to remind myself that this is a child, because I just wanted to push him down the steps and be like, that's what the fuck you get. But you can't do that to other people's children. You don't supposed to do it to anyone's child. But this is my friend's child, and so when shit kind of calmed down, I got my niece together because she crying or whatever. His mother's like, there's so many words like, every time my son is around your niece, he's always, paired out to be doing something to her. And I'm like, well, hello. He is always fucking doing something to her. It's not like just out of the blue she see him and cries on cue. No, he's fucking with her, which is making her cry. So long story short or whatever, she going in, saying that I be picking on a child or whatever, and I don't understand because I don't have children. Kids are gonna be bad. And then my dumb ass sister, she just don't want to argue. She's like, well, she's not bleeding. She doesn't have nothing. No, that's not it. No, just because she doesn't have a knot or she's not bleeding this time, if y'all keep excusing her because he's a bad little boy, or because I don't have children, doesn't mean the next time he do something stupid and she do be bleeding or need medical care, and then I'm really going to jail. It's like, I ain't going to jail with nobody. I'm gonna tell you that shit right there. Motherfuckers start talking about calling the police. I can start hitting the chinglings or handcuffs. I'm out of there. I'm not even gonna play. But I just hate when people say, you don't understand this or you don't know this because you never had a child. I've been in child care classes. I've taken care from preteens, infants, and all that, boys and girls, school meetings, doing with school, taking care, washing ass, clothing, cleaning, all that shit when it comes to children. So, being around children with mental and all that type of issues. So you're not going to tell me that I don't know that he is wrong as 2 left shoes, keep doing the shit he's doing to her. Like, that really doesn't make any sense. And that shit is just like a little thorn in my side because people are so eager to say, well, you don't understand. No, that you not having a child of your own does not have anything to do with me being blind to the fact that you have a bad ass little fat demon. Let's just get that off my head. But on that note, on to a positive note, Baltimore has a calling test called Baltimore's Next Big Thing, and my brother is in the contest. Very talented, and you know, I would love for my supporters to support him. They let you see the videos and all, so I ain't just be like, you know, you never heard of whatever. They have every contestant has a video, and he's number 15, goes by Gusto Explosive. So I would love for my supporters to support him. He's very talented. And you know, when you have talent these days, it's hard for you to really get in this game because people are so easy to let this auto-tune to death shit just, you know, breeze through. So, and even if you have someone in the contest or this is familiar to you, you know, support our Baltimoreans, you know, our people that's out here doing the damn thing, that have the talent, you know, support them and so forth. On that auto-tune note, Somaya from Love and Hip Hop, she finally put out a video to her video. Would You Still Love Me? I like the video. I really don't like the style of the rap, like how it comes out. It's kind of offbeat to the beat, but when you mix the auto tune in, it kind of like spreads it along. The video was nice. The guy, I think his name was EXO, he did a good job, you know, covering it. And these days, you know, she might make it far with the auto tune if she continues that. But I really have to agree with Chrissy. It's not really the voice, the rap. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Nisha. I need to vent for a moment because let me share something with you. I don't claim that I know everything in the world, but growing up, the oldest of a single parent, and you know, just being nosy and liking to learn and observing shit even when I don't supposed to, and adapting my brain, and that just keeps it with me, you know. And I'm like to be so helpful that, you know, everything that I learn, I like to pass on and so forth. But I have this one friend that is just so fucking, so pig-headed and so, what I know is what I know. I don't want to learn nothing new or, you know, just everything along those lines, that I just want to take her fucking head and just lift it off her shoulder, off her neck, a little bit of fucking neck that she has, and just U.S. open her fucking head to another universe. Like, okay, for the main fam, I'm gonna share this with y'all. I don't have any children or whatever. Okay, she has 3. We're the same. I'm a couple of months older than her, but she had 3. She started early, about 15 or whatever. You know, kind of same situation. Her mother passed, so she really had to play mother to her younger brother and second mother to her grandmother, who was helping raise her, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, she alright, and I know shit, don't tell me shit more or whatever. But her oldest child likes to pick on my niece. Like today, for example, he opened the door and it smacked her in the head or whatever. The knob like hit her upside her head. She was crying. She didn't have no bruises on these bumps or anything. But when I went to tell him, like, I said to him, you know, the door hit her or whatever, he was like, that's what she get. Now, mind, he like 5 or 6 or whatever. So I really wanted to punch the shit out of him when he said it. But, you know, my mom was like, you know, it's a child. But anyway, when she got heated what happened or whatever, she was like, you always picking on my son, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is not the first time that her son has done something to my niece. Another example. And y'all just tell me, you know, if I'm crazy. And another example. They were playing. Now my niece is 3, little thing. Looks the age or whatever, 3-year-old. She's a little tomboy, so we still let her play with older. Well, we don't, but her mother or whatever, or if I have my friends with older children, we still let her play with older kids. But mind you, they playing or whatever with this little hockey stick, little plastic golf stick or whatever. I guess he tired of playing, so he smacks her with it. Like, I think in her chest or her face, somewhere in that area. So I calls him out. Why did you do that? She takes offense. Now, it's like every time that I say something to her son, today she came on and said that she feel that I'm picking on her child. And what really took it there, which is not the truth, because I don't get anything out of seeing children get beat or whippings or whatever. If I do have a problem with a child and I feel like, you know what, they just is outrageous, too outrageous for me, I'll just keep my distance. But I would never like trick a child up or allowing a child to see them get an ass whooping or whatever. But what really struck with me was when she said, you don't have kids, so you don't understand. You don't have kids, so you don't know this or you don't know that. I hate when people say that, because that is not the truth. Just because I have not popped a baby out of my womb does not mean that I don't know when a child is being fucking bad or just mean for no reason. Just because I had a child and another friend, a same type of situation happened before, where the grandmother was trying to, okay, the child had, I know I'm going in, but I'm not going to clear this up real quick, but it just gets to me when people say, try to put you in a box when it comes to what you know about children just because you didn't have a child of your own. Your fucking child is a fat demon. He's a fucking fat little demon. Coming around here beating on our motherfucking kids, and you done let him go so wild, so fucking long, that you don't even know how to handle it. You tell him stop me, he flips you off like a motherfucking person he never seen in the fucking street before. And just uses, I know he bad. Okay. But when he finally really hurts my knees, knowing that he's bad is not going to save the situation. And some motherfucker better be lucky I don't have no kids, because if he'd have smacked my child with a motherfucking door and said that's what she got, his little fat ass been rolling down them steps. And not from no slip and fucking fall. But that just, it just bothers me when people do that. Instead of just accepting that they have fucked up in some areas with their children, they gonna say, well, you don't understand because you don't have kids. I hate that. Ugh, and I know y'all probably saying, what the fuck is going on in my head, but I'm trying to short style. The front is a DB from people, you know, my track analogies. This, you know, is a little swoop in the front, and the back is a 27 piece. When it's all bumped up, whatever, even when it's flat, I'd have some bobby pins in it, or whatever, keeping out my front, because I've been going to the gym, y'all, yes. I'm trying to, you know, get it right, get it tight. I'm not trying to be no skinny or nothing, but you know, I don't want my health to go out of whack, and you know, summer coming, you don't want everything jiggling, jumping. You know what I mean? So, you know, trying to get my body together a little bit. Just mainly my arms, as you can see. No, that's not cute. That's not cute at all. So, you know, I'm going to tone that up a little bit. Get this belly in, you know, order or whatever. I ain't really for the standing up right now, but, you know, get my body in order a little bit. But, you know, I hope, you know, y'all feeling my style or whatever. What else is in my mind? You know, cause that teed me off. Like, what the fuck? I'm less than a person or whatever. I can't tell your child stop being bad or say anything about your child because I never had one. Anyway, what else? I want to give a shout out to my homegirl Janine, girl. I hope you check this video out. And next time, don't tell me that you just enjoyed my video. Hit that damn subscribe and hit that like. Sign you up a damn YouTube if you ain't got one. Yeah, shout out to her. What else I want to talk about? What else I want to talk about? I don't know. What else is on my mind? Oh, well, we know Somaya from Love and Hip Hop. She finally made a video for Will You Still Love Me? And I liked it. It was auto-tuned up or whatever, but shit. Let her make a couple of dollars. Let her live her dream out until whatever she gets tired with her shit. These days and age, it's hard to make money. It's hard, for you really to make a living. And I really know, being out of work for a while, or whatever, for whatever reason, just my luck is not running well. And I know how it can feel when you have a passion about something, and just because someone feeling some type of way, they want to pull you down or whatever. And I'm happy that she finally went through. She didn't say, oh well, I didn't get Jim on the track, so I'm just going to give up, whatever. And the guy, I think the XO whatever, he did real good. He did the track satisfactory. I'm happy for her. What else was going on as far as television? I didn't really get into that celebrity Dancing with the Stars shit. I cannot get into that, and I done tried. And same with American Idol. I don't know why. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it, and it's nothing new to me because music runs in my family deep. When they get singing and them show tune type shit, I be like, oh hell no, and I want to turn the channel. Oh yeah, something I do want to bring up for my Baltimore people. The Baltimore's next big thing, whatever is the contest. I guess it's all type of artists like rappers, song artists, all that type of crazy shit or whatever. And I want my people to support my brother. He is on there. He goes by the name of Gusto. He is very talented. Put out mixtapes and everything. He's trying to make it to the next level. And you can see the videos your own self. You can pick and choose if you feeling them. But if you are, support him. He's number 115 in the contest. So if you come across his videos under Gusto Explosive, support him. Hit that vote. Sign up for the little registration so you can vote. Doesn't take no more than about 5 minutes or whatever. And support him. Or if you already have people in there, support your people. That music thing is something that is very, 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 a whole different world, and it's all for people that's very talented these days to get it and make it happen, because all of these like auto-tune and all this other type shit. So if you know somebody that's passionate about their music or whatever, if they if they're in the contest, support them or whatever. Or if you don't have anyone, support my brother Gusto Explosive 115. He's contestant 115. I don't know the last day of the voting, but today, this afternoon, it started. So like I said, Gusto Explosive 115 is his contestant number. Vote for him. And on that note, I'm out of here for real. Like I said, if you like my channel, like it, hit that the thumbs up button, subscribe, comment. If you ever heard something that you wanna discuss or whatever, hit me in my box and we can definitely talk about it. I've been really slacking lately because my mind has not really been in my videos, but I really want to improve and get my shit together because I enjoy this. I'm not trying to go to Hollywood, no type shit with it or nothing like that, or be like no one else. But I enjoy, the feedback that I get, explaining expressing myself or whatever. And like I said, holla at me. Till next time, peace. How that she chooses is really not up to par. Like Chrissy was saying, she does need some more practice. She maybe needs someone in the field or whatever to help her find her rap pattern or whatever. Like when she did the loud shit, that shit sounded like cats, honestly. And if anyone would never be a hater on someone that's trying to make it or whatever, you got the talent, you got the talent. What else I wanted to talk about? Somebody, just FYI, someone please hit me onto this government shutdown shit. I do not understand it. I tried to get into it. Like really, what brought this up? Like what brought this up? Like how the fuck can you shut a government down? Like, oh, like what? I just don't understand. Like I don't understand how the fuck the United States runs out of money when we make our own money. Like I don't understand it. Like And another thing I don't understand, this is just a little small random. Why when other countries need our help, like China and Afghanistan, all these other places, whatever, need our help and their relief or whatever, we holding, you know, songs and redoing shit from the 80s and all these. You make a donation, I'll make a donation, all this type of stuff. But when Katrina hit and other little things happen, when did China and them get on the horn and say, America, we gonna help y'all out, whatever? I don't know. That just certain shit that sticks out in my mind. But you know, anyone that you know is into that type of stuff, please hit me with a link, video link to this video, whatever, and let me know, like, in everyday people language, or what the hell is really going on. Something else I would like to know. Okay, they're trying to raise the liquor tax on alcohol to build money up for disabled benefits or funds, people like daycare or nursing for ones that live alone or whatever, and some school funds. Now the people like beer and alcohol companies and cashiers of liquor stores or owners of liquor stores are saying that if the state passes the law to do so, then it's going to lose jobs. And my question just is to people that, you know, come by my video, my subscribers or whatever. What do you feel is more important? People giving up on alcohol, or people going on to say, okay, I'll pay that extra 60 cents or so on a fifth or what have you to make sure that, you know, when people are disabled, old, or whatever the situation is, that they have a nurse that can get paid to take care of them, or they can have a company that, you know, can make it reasonable for them to have the things that they need, you know. So, you know, just like I said, if you hit my video or you'll subscribe, whatever, just let me know, because in Maryland they are very soon going to pass that law. And like the gay merch law, whatever that they bullshitted with, you know, this is a hot topic as well, because, you know, people like to drink, and if they can get it at a reasonable price or whatever, they're going to get it. And if somebody come to you and say, well, that Amsterdam is going to be 60 cents more, you know, I guess motherfuckers ain't having it or whatever. Something else I wanted to, you know, speak on. Yall, you know, people, if you ever seen Nephew and Frankie little reality show, that's when I was introduced to him or whatever. But I heard he was from Winter Mill, Maryland. But, you know, he passed away, I believe, on last week. But I was seeing a lot of people saying stuff about it, but it just was going over my head because they just were saying, you know, rest in peace, Yall. They weren't saying, you know, Yall for bop, 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 bop. So, you know, his family was needing some help with, I guess, putting him away. So, you know, if you have it, you know, and there's something dear to your heart, they have actually, you go, I seen it on NicoleBitchy.com when they were talking about him passing away. They have the information box where you can mail in your donation to his family. So, you know, if, you know, you have it, or, you know, it's dear to your heart, you know, you can go on that website that I know of and go under, I guess it started with RIP Yall, you know, it has the P.O. box or whatever for you to donate to his family. I haven't heard when the funeral is or whatever, but I really would like to attend. I hope that they let the, you know, fans or just people that know about him, you know, come to his funeral or whatever. But other than that, you know, you just rest easy. You know, life is really, really crazy. Just like, I just want to talk about this. Why the hell would somebody duct tape, well, not duct tape, super glue a toilet in Walmart? A 64-year-old man or something like that was I keep saying duct tape, was super glued to a toilet in Walmart. They had to take the actual part that you sit on and take that attached to this man's ass to the emergency room to get it taken off. And like seriousness of super glue that can really like fuck your skin out, rip your skin off. Like who in their right mind just said, "Wow, let me just buy this super glue and put this around the toilet." Anything had. What if a baby would have sat on that toilet, or a pregnant woman, or a disabled person, like with a cane, and they can work along their life with the cane, and they was in the bathroom, and no one knew or nothing like that, or couldn't a deaf person, anything. Like people do not fucking think. That's just so stupid. They looking along the cameras or whatever, trying to see how many people bought super glue that day or whatever. Like, just sometimes people really need to think before they do stupid shit. I think the man was okay. They didn't really speak on if it was text and what was, the injury or whatever after being detached from the toilet seat. But I really hope they get that person, the person or persons or whatever. I believe it was some young teens or whatever, and they prosecute their ass for fucking assault to the 10th degree. I really, really do. I really, really do. What's the name? Tonight is Sunday. Ain't shit really on TV. Nothing's really on. About to pop me some fucking popcorn and call it a night. I really am. So on that note, you guys, you comment, subscribe, rate. I want to give a shout out to my homegirl Janine, girl. Yes, girl. Next time, don't just tell me that you checked my video and you liked it. I want you to hit that motherfucker subscribe button and that like button. Help us to out and tell somebody that can tell somebody. I speak for my brother. Yeah, check his video out. It's under Gusto Explosive, number 115. Vote. It doesn't take that long, even if you have to set up your it'll set you up a profile. I'm starting my fasting as well today for people to know. Trying to switch it up with my change of life. I never could be perfect. I just wasn't born that way, but just need some change. Sometimes they say when you need change, God has to totally take control of the situation, and I'm definitely trying to take that route. So some of my things were cursing, and the things that I take into my body, like alcohol and certain foods like soda or whatever, eating late at night, so, let's pray that, I make it through these changes. And we'll all see. Subscribe, rate. Till next time. Peace.